Hi. So forgive me breathing heavily. I've been moving boxes downstairs and then upstairs for a while. I look a bit like trash right now, and that's because I feel a bit like trash right now, and that is because, frankly, I am a little trash right now. Um, so my roommate and I basically were informed like 3 weeks ago now, something like that. 3, 4 weeks ago? No, 3 weeks ago. By the apartment owner that we have that we were being evicted. And it wasn't that we were doing anything wrong or like trashing the place or being noisy or like being a bad tenant. It's that the majority of the building was being evicted. Now, there's nothing wrong with the building, it's not being condemned or anything. The reason that most of us were being evicted is because, actually, we don't know the reason, but we think it's because the building owner sold the building so that the rent could be raised higher than what he is legally able to raise it on current month-to-month tenants. Now, what I mean by that is, I guess there's a law in California that you can only raise the rent by a certain percentage in a given time period for people that are not like on a contract, right? So we've my roommate and I have been in the building long enough that now we are month to month, and that means that we are subject to rent increases. We had one already this year, and I think that the building owner wanted to do another one, but he couldn't raise it as high as he wanted to on us because it would quite literally violate the law. Now, legally, he doesn't have to give a reason for why he wants to evict people as long as he gives them proper legal notice, which he did. So, credit to him for following the law. But because he couldn't legally raise the rent as high as he wants to on us, it's actually easier and totally legal to kick out the people that you want to raise the rent on and then just have new people move in at that higher rent. This presented a problem for me and my roommate for a number of reasons. First of which, we're being kicked out on the street, right? That's not okay. That's fucked up. And second of all, like, how can you actually have the kind of black heart necessary to kick out a good majority of your building just so you can raise the rent on new people? So my roommate and I had to find a new place. This new place is not the same price as what we were paying before. It's actually higher than what we're paying now at the current place by a good amount. And it's not like, even if he wanted to raise the rent on our current place to match what we're paying here, the fact of the matter is, regardless of us being able to afford it at this new place, the law is structured, I believe, I'm not a housing law expert, but I believe the law is structured in such a way that he actually can't have us in the same place, in the same apartment, if he jacks it up to as much as he wants to. Now, I'm not saying that it's okay for him to do this. I'm not saying that, like, oh, he's stuck between, the law and a hard place. No, what I'm saying is, no one's making him raise the fucking rent. He chose to raise it as high as he did, and he chose to raise it higher than what the law will allow. And that means that now he's kicking us out. It's so twisted and fucking broken. I used to wonder about, like, some easy ways to, well, not easy, but I used to wonder about ways and means to have something that would only ever increase in value over time, right? So, like, gasoline, gold, and real estate. The thing is, though, having gone through this experience now of having to quite literally rush around to find a place, I'm not sure I actually could own real estate, knowing that the temptation might be there for me to turn evil and kick people out because I want to jack up the rent high enough that I can now afford my fourth yacht. I how gone do you have to be to think that that is okay? It's totally within his legal rights as the building owner, but that doesn't make it not a shitty thing to do. Thankfully, we were able to find a place that we liked, that was within the same kind of distance from where we go, and that is able to take us in on short notice. That's where we are now. This is my new bedroom. I'm not going to give you a tour right now because, I mean, things are getting set up and it's just a bare room. Like, this is just a bare room for right now. But maybe I'll give you a tour of my room once everything's sorted. I don't know when that will be, but we'll see. So yeah, that is an update on my life for right now. And if you're one of the people that support me on Patreon, thank you very, very much. My plan before all of this clusterfucked me was to work on a piece and have it finished before the end of October so that I can get into a groove of posting once a month and then hopefully get able to post twice a month. For obvious reasons, that hasn't happened. I haven't done anything creative in the past, like, week and a half now, which sucks. I want to be writing. I don't want to be dealing with having to find a place and pack up all my shit and move everything in and uproot my entire life. I don't want to do that. I want to write. I don't want to. It sounds immature to say that you don't want to deal with life, and to an extent that is immature. But I'm trying my best to accept it and be okay with how things are. And the problem, as I've explained, the problem is that it presents a difficulty with doing creative work. Essentially, I've gotten home every day after work now and just packed. I've realized I have too much crap, so I'm going to start getting rid of a lot of that stuff, but, like, I would rather just write. That's what I'm supposed to be doing here. I want to write. I don't want to be forced to, basically be homeless for a while and then find a place. I wasn't really homeless, but it felt like I was homeless. It felt like the owner was kicking us out on the street, which in a very real sense he was. So, that's not cool. Fuck you, owner of the building. How dare you? So yeah, that's my life for right now. Just wanted to give you an update. I haven't spoken to you for a while. This is why. Hopefully, once this whole process is finished, we'll be able to get into a better schedule of writing. But I'm probably not going to be able to post anything on Patreon this month. Now you know why. Thank you for sticking with me on this stupid life event journey. Talk to you later.